What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday night. It's time for Super Geeked Up.
Woo!
All right, what's up? My name is Jeff. This is your weekly geeky pop culture show. We talk zany, geeky topics, play fun, geek-themed games. I'm joined by, they've been on the show before, from the Points of Interest Podcast Network, Francis Fernandez and Josh Hawks.
Hello.
I'm over here.
Hello. Welcome back, gentlemen. And our special guest, she has been on our show. She was early on in the days of Super Geeked Up, so it's been a while. It's great to have her back. Jennifer Nangle.
Hey!
Hi, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
We are happy to have you. So, folks, we're going to get right into our geeky chat here and games, but we do have a live chat going on if you're watching right now on YouTube. So please participate there. We love hearing from you guys. We'll share your comments. You can join the geeky discussions with us and help us with some of the games. I see there's a bunch of people already in there. Lister's Mate and Faux Shop, Blair Beverage, Honky Tonk Buffalo says Miss Jen.
Yay!
Yeah, Honky Tonk hasn't been here in a long time, so it must be just for you, Jen. Necrodia says, my biggest fan, Jen. Yeah, right, she's your biggest fan. All right, folks. And if you're watching in post, by the way, you actually now are in a new format. You can see the live chat there on the bottom of your screen, so you can see what all these goofballs, these amazing people are saying in the chat. All right, so we like to kick things right off with our geek tweet of the week. Oh, by the way, you can also tweet us at SuperGeekUp if you're not in the chat. We love hearing from that, too. So, Francis, what is our first geek tweet question?
All right. Are you ready? Who is the scariest horror movie character of all time?
So I know you're doing your horror voice, but it really sounded like the movie trailer guy voice to me.
Yeah.
In a world.
All right, well, Jen, Jen is she's going to talk about a lot of horror stuff she's been doing recently. So let's start with you. What's your choice for scariest?
I have to go with the classic Norman Bates.
Norman.
Oh yeah, Psycho. That's a great
Yeah.
choice. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
Awesome.
horrifying.
Yeah. No, that's a great choice.
I would not want to be in a room with him alone.
Because he looks so normal. Seems like an innocent boy, and then all of a sudden, things happen. Terrible, horrible thing.
You're taking a shower.
You're just never alone with him. Yeah.
In the live chat, by the way, folks, please let us know who you think the scariest horror movie character is. We want to share your thoughts. We already got a tweet in here from I love this woman's Twitter name. It's Bacon the Fat.
Yeah.
And she tweeted in, and see, Francis brought this up before the show too, and now she used it again. Look, I refuse to watch the movie, but a doctor that will sew your lips to your friend's assholes is the scariest thing I can think of.
Come on, human centipede. That is the scariest.
So in the chat, live chat, Honky Tonk Buffalo says, Michael Myers from the 78 Halloween. I spent a week sleeping at the foot of my parents' bed, waited till they were asleep, and snuck in and slept at the end of their bed. Ha ha. Okay, so that really scared him. Dude. And then Scorpio Luna, welcome Scorpio, says the Mystery Man in Lost Highway, scary as ever. I haven't seen that.
I have not either.
Oh, all right, that's something to check out. Yeah. He also says, true that Centipede shit was nuts.
Yeah, come on now. Nothing scarier than that. Nothing scarier than than never being able to close your mouth ever again.
All right, let's stop talking about it. It's so gross. All right, Josh, what's your choice?
I went with the Jason, just because that demon just never dies.
He doesn't.
Is that see, I've actually never watched any of the Friday the 13th movies. Is that
what?
Is it some kind of like demon possessing different people? Is that what happens? I thought it was just different people. I thought it was Jason.
No, but I always perceived Jason, Jason Voorhees, was a person, but a demon basically has taken over the body, I guess.
Right. Well, the first one was his mother, right?
Right.
Yes.
And then it became him after that.
Yeah.
Necrodius in the chat says, hard to say, but he's on with Chucky.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Chucky, sure.
Blair Beverage actually has the same choice as me. He says Samara from The Ring. Oh man, that girl creeped me the fuck out, man.
Yeah,
Coming out of the heat. Oh Jesus, so scary.
I can appreciate. Sure, that is the way she crawls is I think the worst part.
that the way she actually moves.
The movement, right? It's so unnatural.
The movement, yeah.
Outside of that,
Bill Horst Cotter in the chat says "Killer Tomatoes." That's funny.
Especially the ones where you could see the cart underneath them.
Can you really?
In some of the shots, yeah.
Sure.
That's great. Francis, what's your choice?
Well, I was gonna say the poop emoji from the Emoji Movie, but I think
Get out of here.
that's just no. Damien from The Omen. Anything that is any representation of a child that is evil, that's freaky. Just a kid being evil is freaky because they're supposed to be innocent and nice and stuff. Yeah, they cause trouble, but not death. So yeah, I would say as a freaky little kid, that guy freaks me out.
Well, Blair Beveridge, he says you owe me a Coke, I think, because you said exactly what he just said in the chat. He says children horror films are the only thing that freak me out. He said it literally right before you started saying it, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm not a fan of children in horror anything. That's why, The Ring.
You're not a fan of children in anything? Is that what you just said?
horror anything.
Children just suck.
And a children.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm done.
All right, folks. You could please keep chatting away there and tweet us at SuperGeekDub. Those are some scary choices. Very good. Or if you're watching in post, you can leave your comments on the YouTube. Your choices there as well. All right. Scorpio says, yes, child-free is the way to be. No more snots. Okay. Great.
Yeah, babies are horrible.
No more Children of the Corn.
The corn.
So Necrodia says, what about non-horror? He says, Gamork to the Black Wolf Beast on the Neverending Story. I love Neverending Story. I forget about that particular character though.
Oh, scariest in a non-horror film.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. And Scorpio says, oh, nice one. Neverending Story was creepy as shit.
What about Alien?
That's Alien, a horror movie.
Nah. See, really, I would call Alien a sci-fi movie with horror elements, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's very nerve-wracking at times, sure.
In the Xenomorph?
Very suspenseful.
Yes. Xenomorph, yeah. Whatever. I tried.
Then the Predator from... No, actually, the scariest...
Yeah, Predator's scary, man. I mean, actually, if you had to go against the Predator, that'd be scary as shit.
Well,
yeah.
Technically, Arnold is scarier than the Predator because Arnold's the one that ends up surviving in that whole scenario. So
yeah, but Arnold's scared in that movie, man. He's scared of the Predator.
That's
you don't see Arnold scared too often.
No, that's
true. Danny Glover's pretty cool then, right?
Predator 2? No.
Predator in the city.
Chris Halley just watched this in the chat. He says he's watching on his big screen, his TV screen. Awesome. Thank you, sir. And then Blair adds the Sharknado to a scary horror.
Awesome.
Sure.
As a fan, yes.
All right, cool. So, folks, by the way, this is the second week we're doing this new visual format here. So let us know if you dig this. And if you, those of us who are supporting us on Patreon, you guys made this happen. So thank you very much for that. All right, let's go on to our first game. And then after that, we're going to talk more to Jen, see what she's up to. She's got some cool news that recently happened. And then we're going to do another geek tweet about hottest comic book characters. And we got we actually have some cool geeky news that just came out. The Tomb Raider trailer just dropped last night. The more Terminator movies with Cameron involved, and some stuff about Watchmen. All right. Oh, Honky Tonk says, I'm digging the new format. Thank you, sir. Appreciate I like hearing that. All right. It'd be better than somebody saying, like, no, that's total shit. All right. So let's geek it on is the name of this first game. This is our geeky dating game. What we're gonna, Francis, what is that? Are you bopping to imaginary intro music?
Yeah,
Speaking of that, folks, if you were at the beginning of the show, you should have saw a little quick intro music stinger thing. Let me know what you thought of that too. Anyway, so let's geek it on. What's gonna happen here is Jen is like a contestant on a dating game, and lucky her, she's got the three of us as the bachelors.
Lucky.
Faux shot in the chat says, do we get to date Jeff? Well, if on Patreon, if you donate $100 or more, yes, you win a date with me.
Wow.
Wow.
Is that the Patreon reward, really?
No.
Really?
No. Dude, are you kidding me? I would make that like $1 or something. I need dates bad.
Oh man, okay.
Well,
Wow, you heard it here, folks.
yeah, I mean, you put it out there, so.
Yeah, I'm real easy.
Ladies, say,
bring him milk, and you're good to go.
Oh yeah, if you bring milk, you don't even need $1. Forget just. So Francis did that at San Diego. So Francis, you would have got a date with me if you actually ever gave me the milk, but it was stuck in your hotel room.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So in the chat apparently either thinks this was awkward or very funny what we just talked about. Okay, good. Glad my love life can be amusing.
Perfect.
That's been a recurring theme on the show, actually. Anyway, all right, what the hell are we doing? Yes, let's geek it on. Okay, so we are actually not playing ourselves. The three of us are all going to be playing horror movie characters. And Jen's going to ask us some questions. We are going to answer those as our characters. And at the end of 3 questions, she will try to figure out what horror movie characters we are. If you're in the chat, you can also make your guesses, because you guys are usually very good at this. Okay. So, let's go. Let's see. We'll go Francis is bachelor number 1. Josh will be bachelor number 2. I'll be bachelor number 3. All right?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Cool.
So, start with your first question, Jen, and then all 3 of us will answer in that order.
All 3 of you answer. Okay. So, what do you usually do on a Friday night?
Oh, that's me, huh?
This is off to a great start.
We're going in. All right, we're going numerical order. Yes. Well, I like to travel the countryside and have some potatoes and some cabbage for a meal, and maybe kill a few people just for fun. It's just it's kind of my thing. But that's what I do. Just wander around, eating my potatoes and eating my cabbage and killing. A lot of killing. Yeah.
Sounds wonderful. Bachelor number 2.
I wait till the nighttime. I wait until people fall asleep, and then that's when I like to mess with people. And sometimes I like to kill them as well. It just depends on my mood at that time.
Before I go, by the way, Scorpio says to Francis, "That was hilarious. Your answer." Blair guess. I'm going to read this because it's wrong. Sandman? No, nobody's Sandman. Nice guess. Good guess though. All right, my turn. Bachelor number 3. Well, sorry, Friday night. Is that the question?
Yes, Friday night.
Oh, on a Friday night. Well, I like to kick back on the couch, watch a bunch of movies. DVD, maybe even a few VHS tapes. I'm kind of old school. Like, I also don't do any of that texting nonsense. I like to spend a lot of time on the phone, calling all my friends up, talking about the movies I just saw.
Oh,
All right, next question.
Okay. Okay. See, I thought I knew who y'all were. Now I don't. Okay, anyway.
I'm good. I'm being confusing. Excellent.
Oh, okay. If you were to make me a meal, what would it be?
Oh, well, like I said, we'd start off with the cabbage and potatoes, of course. Maybe we'll grab some chips and some crisps added onto the meal, and I'll like to garnish it with a clover or two, just to give it a little flavor, and a lot of greens. I'm a big fan of the greens. Eating a lot of greens for the 2 of us. It means stay healthy before killing. We got to stay healthy before we do the killing. But that'd be a nice meal for the both of us, I think. Yes.
Before we go to number 2, Blair and Scorpio have gotten 2 of these correct. I'm not going to obviously reveal that they are yet, but good job, fellas. Okay, bachelor number 2.
I would cook you something fancy, something like a steak and some sort of side dish. And just as you took that first bite, it would not be what you expected, possibly spiders or a rat. As you look over as I'm slicing the steak with an incredibly sharp, long series of knives.
Okay.
All right. Well, look, I don't know how to cook at all, so I'm just gonna order a pizza, and because what goes better than watching movies than pizza, right? Pizza and movies. But I'm actually not gonna. We're not gonna eat it together. I'm gonna hang outside in your backyard and just call you on the phone as I eat the pizza and ask you about movies.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, at least Scorpio gets it. He knows what I'm doing. All right, last question. Here we go.
Okay, let me.
Now, like Blair said, that was creepy as fuck what I just said. Well, dude, I'm a horror villain. Of course, I'm creepy.
What are some of your hobbies?
Well, I like to collect 4-leaf clovers and guard large quantities of money in the form of gold. That's what I like to do. And kill. Of course, kill. That's right. I like to hang out at the hood, in the hood. There was a time where I liked being in the hood quite a bit. That was fun. The time. That was a lot of fun.
That, by the way, that they got it in the chat now. That did it. Very good. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's bachelor's number 2 here. We'll go.
I forgot what the question was.
I did too, actually. What is the question?
What are your hobbies?
Hobbies.
Oh, my hobbies. My hobbies are to torment teenagers, mostly of the slutty or precocious type. And I like to sometimes the mentally ill too. Sometimes the mentally ill, and just basically just torment and kill.
Oh. Good times.
Well, besides eating pizza and watching movies, like I said, I also like prank calling teenage girls. That's pretty much what I do all the time. And I always make sure I use a voice modulator, of course, so they don't know who I am. And yeah, we just have a nice chat about, like, I don't ask them out or anything because that would be normal. I just ask them what their favorite movie is, and that's usually right after I've killed their boyfriend and left his head in the backyard.
Okay.
All right. So can you get number 1? Do you know who Bachelor number 1 is?
The Leprechaun.
Yeah, Leprechaun.
That was really good, especially going back to the hood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My favorite of the series, I guess.
Doesn't Warwick Davis play Leprechaun?
Yeah.
He does, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
I believe, yeah.
Okay, number 2. Who do you think number 2 is?
Freddy.
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and who am I?
You're the ghost face from Scream.
Ghostface from Scream. Yeah, you got it.
At first I had no idea who you were. I was like, sit on a couch and watch movies and eat pizza. What?
I was trying to make it a little not obvious at first.
Yeah, you did a good job. And then you were like, I creep outside your house on the phone. I'm like, what?
That's what he does.
He does. But I was so not expecting that. So good job. Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Good job, all of you. Very good. I was very entertained. Yes.
Well, that was actually, you got them all. Actually, most people don't get them all correct, so that's a good job. Lister's Mate says in the live chat that Francis's character has also been to outer space.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then Scorpio says, oh my god, speaking of prank calls, one time someone prank called me with a voice modulator when I was on acid. Scariest moment of my whole life. They sounded like real demons. God.
If he was on acid, did it really happen?
Did it actually
Maybe they didn't really have a voice modulator.
Well, no, I mean, just in general, because when you're on acid, things happen. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, as you would know, Francis.
Because Francis is a professional in this. This is the subject.
I drop this stuff all the time.
All right, so that was Let's Geek It On. Tell us if you like that game, folks. It's one of our favorites. Okay, let's talk. Before we get on, we got some geeky news. We got some more geeky chat and more games coming up. Let's talk to Jen, though. So Jen's got a lot of stuff going on. But first, very recently, you just won a really cool thing. What did you just win?
I was just crowned Northern Frights Festival, their first indie Scream Queen.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you. Well, I really should be thanking all of my fans because that's how I got the award. A couple weeks prior, a guy that I work with a lot, he's usually my director of photography, he stumbled upon this contest, and he was like, I can't think of anybody else perfect for this but you. And I was like, all right. So I didn't think twice, and I submitted my picture, and I went from top 17 to top 10 through votes, and then won it through votes. So yeah, it was really cool.
In the chat, Scorpio says, "Fuck yeah, Indie Scream Queen! Happy congratulations!"
Thank you.
And Lister's Mate says, "Sure, welcome, Jen." Yes, actually, Lister's Mate Anthony is the one who told me about it, so I could vote. And he was really spreading the word a lot.
Yes.
And actually, another shout out to Anthony because Anthony actually helped me a lot this past week testing out this different streaming format. So he was on with me testing out different things. So thank you very much, Anthony. I really appreciate your time doing that. So we could stream okay. And did you say there was like over 20,000 votes total or something, Jen?
Yeah, a total of 20,000 votes. The girls that I were up against are all fierce and gorgeous and beautiful, and that was some fierce competition that we had. So yeah, it was cool. Very cool.
There's a lot of screaming involved.
You know what? I didn't actually scream. We had to make a video. I know, right? I know. We had to make a video to showcase us and to talk about the Northern Frights Festival and, give shout outs or whatever. So I decided to do a different approach where I had it so that I was held captive and I was talking to the camera being like, you have to go vote because there isn't much time, blah, 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 blah. And at the end I was going to scream, but we filmed in my apartment, and the neighbor upstairs and the neighbor downstairs, I don't usually scream, especially when I'm filming in the apartment. I don't like to scare people. So there was no scream involved. I'm sorry, you guys. I feel like I failed everybody.
No, you won, so obviously it worked.
No, I mean, yeah, exactly.
You proved that without screaming. I mean, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah. Thank you.
In the chat, Lister's Mate says, yes, I sat in front of my desktop voting and resetting the windows for hours. I believe that, actually, that he did that.
Yes. Thank you.
Eros Orocho says, long live the queen. And Honky Tonk Buffalo says, Jen freaking Nangle is the queen of screams. The others only competed for second place.
There you go.
Necronius is requesting that you scream now. Jen has been under the weather, though, so I will not make. And you don't like screaming in your apartment anyway, so
yeah.
Otherwise, I would.
Totally would, yeah, but
she'll do it outside your window tonight, Necronius. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Right when you're sleeping.
When you least
with the ghost face on.
With the ghost face on.
Well, first she'll call you and ask you about movies, and then she'll scream.
Pizza and popcorn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Victor Snyder just joined us. Says hello all in the chat. Hey Victor, we're talking to the Scream Queen. She just got that title from Northern Frights Film Fest, Jen Nangle. All right, Jen, what else have you been up to? You got some other projects you're doing?
Yeah, I filmed a couple scenes for LA Macabre. That's all I can talk about.
Oh, you want to tell me what it is, though?
Oh, LA Macabre.
I know, but they don't know, maybe.
It's a web series that's now turned into, I don't know what platform he's going to be doing now, but they're a lot longer episodes than just 10 minutes or whatever. Originally it was found footage. Season 2 is a little bit different, and unfortunately I can't tell you anything because I am sworn to secrecy not to tell you what my character is, where we filmed, or anything, but just know that I'm in it and it's coming out soon.
All right. This is like freaking the next Star Wars movie.
It's like little teas. Just kidding.
All right, and then you have your own web series you're working on, right?
Yes, I am Malvolia, the Queen of Screams, hence Scream Queen. I did that on purpose, but not knowing about the contest. You know?
Did you sign an NDA against yourself?
Yes. Yeah. No. So pretty much, I'm a horror host. This came about where a couple years ago I sent in a treatment to be a part of like this film series. And it got rejected, but one of the producers had told me, he's like, this is a really great idea, but you should continue on with it. And I was like, well, now that I'm not under the restrictions of the film series, I could pretty much like write about whatever I wanted and didn't have to have like these stipulations or whatever. So a couple weeks later, I went to Scare LA because I was like, oh, what am I going to do? I want to do something different. I want to talk about something different. You know, I don't want it to be this typical whatever. So a couple weeks later, I went to Scare LA where they were celebrating Cassandra Peterson, Elvira herself. And I was just so taken aback of how much support and her fans. And I was just like amazed by the whole situation. Because when I was growing up, I was more Tales of the Crypt. I wasn't Elvira. And so, you know, I just never really followed her. So this was just absolutely fascinating to me. And so I started to do more research on Vampira. And, you know, I learned that she based her character off of Morticia Addams. So I started to do more, you know, research on the Addams family and stuff. And so I created Malvolia, the Queen of Screams. And instead of doing a feature film, I took it to YouTube. And so far, so good. It's been real fun. I've gotten a lot of really fascinating fans that send me a lot of interesting things. And
Is that, by the way, is one of the pictures you sent me? Is that you as that character?
that is me and as that character. Yeah.
I'm going to put that on the screen for the viewers right now. There you go, folks.
Okay.
There she is as Malvolia. Dude, the costume's awesome. Like that. It's so good.
Thank you. It's funny because I just went to Son of Monsterpalooza, and this is the first time like I've ever done like cosplay, let alone dressed up as my character. And so this one guy, we went to go eat, and this one guy stopped me as I was coming out of the restroom, and he's like, "I love your dress." He's like, "Where did you find that?" I'm like, Amazon.com.
You know.
Nice.
I should have made up some like really crazy, amazing story of how I went to Italy and found it on the streets or something, but no, Amazon.com.
Awesome.
So
yeah, folks, on the screen you can see Jen there, and then here's their website, JenniferNangle.com, @Jennifer_Nangle. You can see that all on the screen right now. Fauxshot in the chat wants to know, could Jen tell us a little about her artistic influences? Also, Lily Munster or Morticia Addams, I guess if you had to choose between those two.
Oh, I would go with I'd go with Morticia because she's very dry, sarcastic, you know, and just so evil. As far as my creative
Artistic
influences?
Yeah. Creative, sure.
I watch a lot of horror, but a lot of mainstream horror. I don't usually watch a lot of, 80s or whatever. Anything that's creepy, like I grew up in a haunted house. That's what I based my short film Demonic Attachment on.
No, that's true.
So,
she really did. I know this.
Yeah.
Actual haunted house or like one that got set up as a haunted house during
No, it was an actual haunted house.
Dude, she goes to Six Flags during their Fright Fest, and she just lives there the whole year long.
How is it haunted? Like, I want to hear this. How is it?
I grew up in a small town called Danvers, which was a part of like the whole Salem witch trial.
Oh, think we just lost. Are you guys still there? Because Jen froze for me.
I'm fine.
We're all here.
But Jen, is Jen frozen for you guys too?
Yeah, the ghost got her.
Oh God! Oh my God! It did. She was talking about it, and the ghost was like, "You cannot reveal our
You will
secrets."
not talk about this.
Am I still frozen?
Now you're back.
No.
Okay.
Now you're not possessed anymore. Great.
Okay, good. So,
how are my eyes? Are they black or anything?
The town of Danvers.
So the land and the property, it's old, and the house that I grew up in is very old. It wasn't a part of the whole witch trials, but it was built in 1865.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah. And so my dad bought it as a bachelor. And, once my parents got married, they lived there, and I've lived there until I was 6. And there was always a lot of phantom footsteps. There was a lot of interesting situations that would happen. And both my father and the people that live in the house now have seen full body apparitions.
How do you live in that house?
I know.
How do you stay in that house?
My dad was totally cool with it. My dad's a huge horror person. He's just like super chill, like go with the flow type stuff. So he didn't really care. I guess my mom was always like, I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear you. Don't show yourself to me. I don't want anything. And so she was never bothered.
Oh, that's all you have to do? Awesome.
But it's funny because when I was doing my short film, I had contacted our town historian, and I had asked him if he had any information on the house. And the little information that he did have really lined up with, the apparitions that were seen and everything like that. So it was really interesting. Yeah.
No,
but two full body no.
I don't need that kind of house.
Nope.
I don't need that kind of business.
I see that kind of shit, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm not even packing my bags. I'm just leaving.
More power to you. More power to you.
Let me share some stuff in the live chat. When I put up the picture of you, as Honky Tonk says, "Ooh, my Queen Malvolia." He appreciated the costume.
I love you, Glenn.
Necrodia says, "Now Jeff can cosplay as that character at his next convention." Yes, I'm going to cosplay as Malvolia.
Yes, I need to see pictures.
It'd be great.
We'll get you a wig.
Yeah, you'd be like, "Wow, you thought Jen was sexy, and wait till you see me."
Don't be upfronting me. Come on.
Victor Snyder says, "I like a bit of evil in women." All right, and he also said you have red glowing eyes on his screen right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, that you were possessed. Apparently.
When I was possessed.
And Honky Dunk says, "Oh, you make me blush, Ms. Jen." All right. All right. So let's see. Okay. What else? Anything else you'd like to mention before we go on here to more geeky stuff?
I'm at the end of the month. I'm shooting a segment. This is kind of cool. I'm shooting a segment for a horror anthology. The horror anthology is called Lilith, and I'm playing Lilith. But the actor I'm acting opposite of is Vernon Wells. Do you know who he is?
I know the name. Yeah, who is it? I know that name.
He was in the original Mad Max and the second one. But I guess he's really known for, I think it was Predator with Arnold. Hold on, let me
tell us about the project though.
So it's a horror anthology, and basically it's a whole bunch of stories about a character named Lilith, and it's every scenario is a standalone story. They're all completely different. They will be tied in with a like a story. But
Scorpio in the chat says Commando.
Commando. You're right. Yep, I just saw it. Commando. Yep. Yeah, he played Bennett in Commando. So
nice. That's awesome.
I think it's pretty cool. I was really, really shocked to find that out. And then so I'm filming that at the end of the month, and then the trailer. Teaser trailer for 1031, which is also a horror anthology, just launched yesterday. And I was brought in last minute as Malvolia. And I'm probably in like a solid minute and a half of the film. But I start out the teaser trailer.
Nice.
I thought that was so cool. That was such a surprise. I wasn't expecting it. I was like a little kid at Christmas yesterday. So if you want to go check that out, it's on YouTube. Just search 1031 teaser trailer.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
In the chat, Chris Hadley says, "Jen, you look amazing. You are so beautiful," and he looks forward to watching your new series.
Oh, thank you. That makes me feel good, seeing as I was in bed all day.
Sweet. All right, so once again, folks, on your screen, JenniferNangle.com is where you can check out all her stuff. And at Jennifer_Nangle, you can hit her on the tweets. All right, so before we go on to more geeky stuff, thank you for sharing all that with us.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Francis and Josh, you want to tell people what you're up to, where they can check your stuff out?
Yeah, you can check everything that we do out at Points of Interest Podcast at poipodcast.com. We are a international podcast group, mostly focusing on geekdom and just having fun, convention coverage, bad impersonations, and worse jokes.
Yes, I'm tuning in.
And Jeff is a guest on our podcast quite a bit as well. So thanks, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm actually on the one that's going to, tomorrow or something maybe, or come out very soon?
I'm hoping for tomorrow. I work, of course, work screws up with days off. So
while you're selling the weed, just edit it. It's fine.
Right. But no, I'm hoping to launch the brand new show, the Points of Interest podcast, this week,
Sweet.
which Jeff was just a guest on.
Yeah, a couple days ago we recorded that. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so you got all your links out? All good, guys? I got to step away for a second.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Talking. Go ahead, step away. We'll just.
No, I did step away.
We'll run your show.
I did step away. I just want to make sure you guys are all good. You're like, get out of here. Who needs you? All right, let's do some geeky news. Before we do that, remember, folks, we have a Patreon page, which is a way that you guys can support us by doing a monthly pledge. And again, that's one way we've been able to that is the way we've been able to do this new format, because I was able to update, get a much better PC, which lets me do all this cool streaming stuff now. So we are trying to put your money to good use. I know listeners Made and Victor are in the chat right now. They support us. Actually, Francis here also supports us on Patreon. So thank you to all you very much. So again, folks, even if you could just give $1 a month, that is awesome. If you can give up your Starbucks coffee like 4 times a year and just give us $1 a month or 3 times a year, like that would be awesome.
That's more than $1.
Yeah, it's a weird math you got going on there,
because,
but I think we get the gist.
It's $12. That'd be $12 for the year. So okay, that's actually really only like maybe 3 Starbucks, I guess. Right?
Yeah,
Starbucks
nowadays.
Yeah.
PCL, man, that stuff is getting everywhere.
What's PCL?
PSL, not PSL. PSL.
What are you talking about?
Pumpkin spice lattes, man.
Oh,
they're a thing.
That's the
up all over the place.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't know that acronym.
You're not. Jeff isn't basic enough, apparently.
No,
or
I
isn't
don't drink
basic.
coffee. So I don't drink coffee. I've never had a Starbucks coffee.
Good for it's terrible.
No, it must actually. I love their hot chocolate though. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very good hot chocolate. Victor says in the chat, I got a pay raise at work. I will be giving more. Oh, thank you, Victor. You rock, sir. Because you're already pledging more. That would be awesome. Thank you very much, sir. All right. Let's go to some geeky news, and then we got another geek tweet. We're going to talk about hottest comic book characters, and we got real plot or not. We're going to have to figure out if some movies Francis has here are real or made up, and they're all going to sound crazy. By the way, though, Best Practicer in Twitter had just tweeted me about our previous question about the scariest horror character. He said the Hamburglar.
Yeah.
Where has he been?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, here we go. First news is Watchmen. You guys all see the Watchmen movie or read the graphic novel? Anybody?
Yes.
No? Yeah.
Yes and yes. Yes.
Cool. So there's actually going to be a Watchmen series apparently from Damon Lindelof of Lost fame and many other shows. At least he tweeted out a thing on Instagram, I guess, with thing of one of the statues from Watchmen. So they're assuming that's a go now on HBO. So I don't know. What do you guys think, Francis, Josh? Would you want to see a Watchmen TV series? Do you not really care? I think it could be cool. I would be down. I'm not a huge fan of Watchmen, but I dug the movie. I dug the graphic novel was pretty good. I would watch it.
Yeah, and it's fine. Like the movie, I think I should like.
What a recommendation! It's fine.
I mean, it's just it's. I think it works better as a series. Like Watchmen is as a comic book it's substantial. There's a lot going on there, and there's even like a little side story that they can probably cover that they do in the comic book as well. So it'd be nice to see it in series form. Now, are they doing it from the original Watchmen, or are they doing also the origins that they did recently? They did origin stories for all of the Watchmen characters.
Oh, did they? I haven't read those.
Yeah. So like they did a whole series of this is where Spectre came from, or what was it? Or
Silk Spectre.
Silk Spectre. Yeah, it's like so it's interesting. I mean, and it has if it's HBO, then I'm down because HBO to me is probably the ideal place for a comic book like Watchmen.
Well, Honky Tonk Buffalo agrees with you in the chat. He says if they're going to do Watchmen, being on HBO or Netflix would be the only way to go. You can't do it on network. At least with HBO, they can go a lot deeper with the storyline. I agree. That's also a series that generally is going to have a lot of violence, nudity, all that stuff.
I was going to say it's violent and very naked comic book. There's a lot of sex going on in that comic book. I tell you what. So like. Might as well let it all out.
Victor says, great news for Watchmen. Scorpio in the chat says, I don't know, the movie was good enough. Hell, it had a better ending than the comics. I actually agree with that. I did like the movie ending better than the weird comic book ending.
Yes.
The gigantic octopus, the gigantic squid.
So ridiculous.
I mean, I'm impartial to it all. I think the movie was awesome and a good just stamp on the whole thing. But if done right, I think a series could work well.
All right.
Yep.
There we go. All right. So watch out for some Watchmen. I don't know. It's probably still going to be a while. It's going to come out. Yeah. All right, Francis. Hey, we got something. A trailer just dropped.
Yes. So many lovely
late
trailers.
Last night.
Yeah, this one came out. Well, no, people were planning on this one, and I was skeptical. As a matter of fact, I'm still skeptical. But the Tomb Raider trailer has made its ways to our eyeballs, and I would like to know what you guys think about this trailer. It's a 2-minute long trailer. It gives a little bit of a gist of none of the story. Well, a little bit of the story, but more of the story. Yeah, it's very little of the story, but more of her character. So, what do y'all think?
Let's start with Jen. Jen, what do you think?
I think it looks awesome, and I love the lead actress.
Alicia Vikander, if you say her name, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
I love her. I don't really like a lot of women actresses, and I think she's amazing. So
you're like they all the roles should go to me. Screw them.
All of it. I should be everything. But no, I think it looks great. I'm not usually like a fan that's into like that kind of stuff and goes to the movies. But I would go to the movies and see that. I really would.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna have a lot to say. I'm gonna let you guys go first. What, Josh? What do you think?
I think it looked like a great popcorn flick from the trailer. I'm so separated from the Tomb Raider story at this point that it would just it's just it's just a movie, an action movie that we're calling it Tomb Raider and Lara Croft, and let's just go. The lore means nothing to me, I guess, is what I'm trying to get to.
Gotcha.
At this point, if this was 1998 when Lara Croft was more relevant, then I might have something to say about
very
it.
Relevant.
She's relevant.
I know.
If you're into
I'm
video
just,
games, yeah.
I'm just being an ass.
Yeah. Well, you're great at it. Keep it up. In the chat, Listeners Mate says, yes, Jen Nangle should act in everything.
Yeah.
He should really be your publicist. Okay.
Right? Let's get on that, Anthony.
Francis, what do you think about the Tomb Raider reboot trailer?
I think I have quite a few thoughts on it as well, Jeff.
Oh, good. I can discuss.
Yeah, because so it's based off the video game character of Lara Croft. I think that Alicia Vikander is perfectly fine as an actress. I mean, I like her as an actress, actually. Not just
Francis is like,
fine.
everything is fine. It's fine. She's fine. The show is fine.
It's how you stay neutral, Jeff.
It is how I stay neutral.
It's positive but neutral.
But when I watched the trailer, it reminded me of the Resident Evil movies. Weirdly enough.
Is that a good or bad thing?
It's a bad thing because Resident Evil movies aren't that good. And there was that scene at the very end of the trailer where she's ducking under the traps that just screamed like, "Oh, that's the laser beam from the last Tomb Raider movie where Mila Jovovich just ducks under a laser beam and gets cut in her face." Like, oh, okay, I've seen this before. So I'm a little afraid that it's going to be a lot of I don't know. I hope it's fun and original, and it has the feel of the video games and the original show or the original video games, but they still don't do what I've been wanting forever, which is triangular boobs. where is that?
Oh,
I mean,
get out
I
of here.
said, like I said, 1998.
Sorry, Jenny. So the first Tomb Raider.
They made the movie back then. It totally would have worked.
The first Tomb Raider is 20 years old, as I was actually last year. When it first came out, the boobs were kind of like polygonal, and because the graphics weren't up to par. So they look kind of triangular, is what he's talking about in the game. That's what he's referencing.
Fascinating.
Actually, on one of our past shows, we had the hashtag from a tweeter, Pixel Tits, from which has come up. Oh, actually, Scorpio just put it in the chat. Pixel Tits for the win. Nice, thank you, sir. She nowadays she actually looks very, very realistic in the new Tomb Raider games. It's actually very impressive.
Yeah.
So I think I'm kind of with you there, Francis. So. Man, Lara Croft, like I played from day one when it came out. You know, Lara Croft is actually my all-time favorite video game character. Like, so like I love Lara Croft. I think she just rocks. And so I don't know. Like I'll be honest with you, the description that's in the article. It says like Lara is a bike courier and she's like she can't keep up with her college classes. Like what? So if you don't know, Lara Croft is the heir to like this British aristocratic family, and she has tons of money. Like, why the hell is she a bike courier with no money and dropping out of school? Which I guess part of it is probably
it makes it more relatable.
Yeah, I know. They're trying to put her like, oh, she's down on her luck and she needs to she needs to go on this journey. Okay. You know, I think the biggest problem with Francis is that it's not original. The movie looks like exactly from the reboot Tomb Raider from a few years ago. With some Rise of the Tomb Raider, the sequel storyline thrown in with Trinity and stuff. But it's like on the island, there's a shipwreck. Yeah, it looks like they're taking it right from the video game. And the video game was very well done and successful. But I really I want a movie to be different than a video game. I want it to tell its own story with her and not just give me what I've already seen story-wise. Because many video games nowadays, they tell a cinematic story, right? That's all we've already been told, I feel, that story. And you're right, there's a lot of scenes that are taken exactly from the game. Like they're basically recreating what you do in the game with your leaping and going under traps.
When she fell off the log, I'm like, oh, is she gonna get stabbed by a branch or something like the game? Is that gonna happen? Like it's just straight out of the game. It's. I mean, I guess that's what people want.
Fan service can go too far.
Yeah.
Right.
I know why they're doing it because they're like, well, fans of the game will like, oh, look, we're doing exactly what you guys do in the game. You'll love it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. I'm not playing a video game. I'm watching a movie. They're two different things. I don't want to do what I did in the video game. Give me something new. Because now it's almost just like I'm watching a video game. And I don't like watching video games. I like playing video games.
And yeah.
Oh, Jen, go ahead.
I was just going to say, they know that the video game is successful.
Mm-hmm.
So they think, oh, well, if we do the same thing, the movie's going to be successful.
Yeah, and that's the big mistake. I don't think it'll translate well. I mean, maybe it would. I mean, it's just a 2-minute trailer. Yeah, it's a 2-minute trailer for what's potentially a 2-hour movie. So, and look, it's got Walton Goggins.
Over a year before it comes out.
Yeah, that's true.
It's got what's his name, Daniel Yu Wu from Into the Badlands.
Yeah,
I like that because I love that guy in Into the Badlands. He's great.
And I was just saying, it has Walton Goggins in it. And I like him too, from like Justified and The Shield and things like that. So he's really good. I like him as an actor. And he makes a really good villain. So I look forward to seeing him as a bad guy. But seriously, I really hope it's not just she sneaking around, hiding behind rocks, and just doing stuff like that. I will
say they're going with the storyline which they did in Rise of the Tomb Raider. There's like she's trying to follow up her Lara Croft always basically her parents died. That's pretty much always been the story when she was young, and she's trying to follow her father's like archaeology, her like what he discovered, his footsteps. I do like that she's trying to like solve something that her father started. I think that's a solid storyline.
Yeah, I just feel like I need to record myself so that if I ever die, then someone can look at me and be like, "If you're watching this, I must be dead." Just
that's the truth.
It always happens, and I hate that happens. But
I actually kind of like that part though, because the actor was cool though. I liked how the actor did it. I don't know.
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying,
it's very cliched at this point, I guess. Victor says, "You pick the action in a game. A movie tells a story. It is two very different ways to tell a story." That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Honky Tonk Buffalo says, has Hollywood learned nothing since '93's Super Mario Brothers? Video game movies suck and don't work. That's my favorite movie, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mario Brothers is a great movie. A great bad movie, but still a good movie.
You know, but that's
Definitely.
the thing. I keep waiting for a video game movie to be really great, and like it just doesn't happen. Like they keep trying, and I don't know. They haven't been able to crack that nut, you know.
The funny thing is, I thought there was one that actually
Which
did
one?
really well. But now it slipped my mind. I was gonna say, for some reason, Assassin's Creed is coming to my mind, but that wasn't the game that really worked.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet, but that failed miserably at the box office at least.
Terrible. It's a terrible film.
I
That's
actually
not
did
one
like
I
some
was
of the
thinking
Resident
of.
Evil movies, though. I'll say.
Yeah, I mean that is technically the most successful video game movie.
Oh yeah, they did what, 5 or 6 movies. They just finished the.
6 movies.
They
Yeah.
just finished the last. They just did the last one. Victor says, "What's your problem? Super Mario Brothers won 5 Golden Globes,
Oh,
or like
excuse me.
5 Razzies."
That I would not be surprised. Street Fighter.
Bill Host Cotter. Okay, he says, I know a lot of people are going to agree with this. I'm not. Scott Pilgrim was a great video game movie.
Yeah, but it wasn't based off
Well,
a
yeah,
video.
that was based off of a
Right.
comic book.
Yeah. So
And then Tyler Barton just joined us in the chat. He says, "What about an Uncharted film?" Uncharted is basically like the male version of Lara Croft, pretty much, with Nathan Drake that came after Lara Croft. I think they're working. Well, they've been talking about working on one for a while. You know what? If they go more of a, and they said with this movie, if they go more like an Indiana Jones type route, that's how you should do those movies, probably.
yeah, and they didn't.
Yeah, probably.
They said with Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, that's what they were going for. Like that doesn't look like Indiana Jones at all to me when I'm seeing on the trailer.
But again, 2 minutes. It's a 2-minute trailer to a 2
Right.
Okay, so before we move on, one last thing. Honky Tonk says, when both of your main actors had to be completely drunk to shoot the movie, that should be a good barometer on the success. Is that Mario Brothers? What movie is that? Tell us what movie
Mario
that-
Brothers, yeah.
I hope so, because that's amazing. John Leguizamo just like, all right. I like this. All right.
Oh, yeah, okay. Scorpio
Okay.
says, come on, the first Mortal Kombat movie was awesome. I actually liked the first Mortal Kombat when I first saw it. It doesn't hold up quite as well now, but
No.
No, that movie's nothing without that theme song. It's nothing
that theme
without
song rocks, man. I remember being in the theater that came out, I was
Right.
like, yeah, it's so cool.
Want to go to the bowling alley and dump your quarters right away after watching the
Oh,
movie?
yeah, in the game.
No, yeah.
Dude, yeah, in college, I rocked at Mortal Kombat 2, man. That's one of the games I got really good at. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's go on to our last bit of news. All right. Oh, yes. So, Terminator. Let's talk Terminator. I'm a big Terminator fan. The first one is actually one of my all-time favorite movies. It ranks top 3 for me. And T2 is obviously an amazing movie, too. So, there was been a couple unsuccessful Terminator movies. Genesis
A couple?
and Salvation, I guess, was one I think was called before that with Christian Bale, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now, James Cameron apparently is coming back. So actually the rights, I guess next year in 2018, revert back to Cameron for Terminator. So now he's going to control the franchise again. He wants
Good. Him.
he wants to make another trilogy. He's going to produce it. He's not the first one. Actually, I'm slipping the Deadpool director, Tim something. I'm forgetting his name. Right, he's going to direct it. But it's going to have Linda Hamilton and Arnold Schwarzenegger in it in these movies. And supposedly he's also going to have new characters, younger ones. Like there's supposed to be a new female lead who's younger in these movies as well. Necrotes Welly says, "I love Terminator 1 and 2 as a kid. They're amazing." So, all right. So what do you guys? Okay, I'm going to let other people go again. We're happy to have things like I'm really passionate about today. Jen, I don't know. Are you a Terminator fan at all? Like, have you seen the movie?
Yeah, I liked 1 and 2, but the other ones I could have cared less, and I honestly could care less that they're making another one. But I did enjoy James Cameron's quote in that article where he was like, you know, there's a lot of guys in action films who in their 50s and 60s running around, but there's no women. So I dig that he's bringing back Linda Hamilton, and I dig that he's going to make a statement with that. But as far as the movie, I don't care.
All right. Yeah, no, Sarah Connor is one of my all-time favorite movie characters. She just rocks.
Yeah.
Scorpio on the chat says, quite frankly, the movies have failed at making John Connor a compelling or interesting character. Maybe it's time to give up and recognize Sarah has always been the focus.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
She is. She is the focus. Well, I mean,
She's
the,
not
the
the
second one, it becomes more
Yeah.
about John, I guess, but she's
Yeah.
still a huge part of it, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, what, Josh? What do you?
Could give a shit less.
Okay. Don't give a shit about Terminator. Don't give a shit about Terminator. Right?
I mean, I love Terminator. I think the first two are amazing films. Everything after that is shit. The Sarah Connor Chronicles that was on Fox. That was awesome. That was probably one of my favorite shows of whatever that was, 06. But everything else has been horrible, I think.
Huh, interesting. So I did not like the TV show. And I'm one of the few people, apparently, I actually did like Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. I actually thought that was a perfect way to end, like, those 3 movies. And if you watch it, the way that it ends, like, you don't need any more other movies. Like, that ends, I think, the way that storyline should end. And so I wish no other movies were made after that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably, yes, after 2, like you guys are saying, wish there was no other movies made. But since Cameron's back producing it, I am, like, if anybody's going to do it, it should be him, obviously. I mean, he created the whole thing. So I actually would, I definitely didn't want to see any more Terminator movies with someone else. But with him behind it and getting back, and I'm assuming what he's going to do is he's going to pretend from 3 onwards didn't exist if he has, because her character, Sarah, is dead at number 3 by the time that happens. So I'm assuming he's going to kind of just pretend that doesn't exist and do his own storyline from that point forward, from 2 forward, I would guess. Is that what you guys think?
Yeah.
Probably,
You'd
yeah.
have to.
I can see that, sure. Or I mean, there's so many alternate timelines now in the Terminator universe.
No, I refuse to watch Genesis, and that doesn't even exist to me. Like, I don't get what the fuck they're doing over there with the alternate timelines. Forget that.
All right.
Francis, do you want to see more?
Stop. Just stop. He don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need any more Terminators. Do something new. Brand new thing. Wait 20 years to do a reboot, but we don't need any more of this. We just don't. I think that it's great that I understand the message he's trying to push out there. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis is coming back for the new Halloween reboot. So, like, I get, we want to bring these women who have been, such iconic characters in our cinema. Then we want to bring them back and because they are relevant. But no more Terminator. We don't need it. We just don't need Terminator anymore. The story. Like, what else can you do?
No, I mean, I agree. You're right. We don't need any more. We don't need any more of most of these franchises. I agree with you. We need new stuff, new, original, fresh.
Exactly.
Well said. In the chat, Honky Tonk says, hasn't Cameron been planning his Avatar sequels forever, and are they any closer to screen? Now he's going to revive the Terminator franchise. Pick one and stick with it. So the Avatar, there's actually, I guess, 3 more going to come. I think they actually are coming in a couple of 2 or 3 years. So we are getting a little closer. That's why they think he's not going to be too involved with Terminator necessarily, because the Avatar is his main focus.
Right.
Which I guess Francis is like, we don't need any more of that either.
We gotta figure out figure out the technicalities of tree sex.
Yeah. Look, already know we can't obtain it. It's unobtainium. It's in the name. We know we can't obtain it. Leave it alone. All I have to say.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I actually really liked Avatar, but I don't really need more Avatar necessarily. It was good as its one movie.
Yes, exactly. It's a great standalone film. Don't need any more. We're good.
Yeah. See, I miss the days, man, when people just told one movie and that was the whole story and you were done.
Yeah.
Good old days.
I know. Oh, jeez. All right, anyway. All right, let's get to our second geek tweet. Josh, what is this?
The second geek tweet of the evening is going to be, who is the hottest comic book character?
So I sent this out, I think, yesterday. Some people, of course, already sent me answers like the Human Torch, things like that, of course. Ha, ha, ha. Thank you. But
that was okay.
What?
I was going to do that.
Oh, so, I'm sorry. I ruined your funny joke. I'm so sorry. I've already got it so much on Twitter. That's why I'm kind of over it.
Okay.
And I knew I was going to get it as soon as I said the question. There it is. Victor Steiner just said the Human Torch in the chat. Thank you so much. I just ruined Francis's night because he was so excited to do that joke.
I was excited.
I'm sorry,
oh, well.
I'm sorry.
The hottest character.
It's fine, Francis. It's all fine. Anyway, but we're talking more like hottest, like who you want to hook up with, that kind of deal. Attractiveness. Jen, who's your choice?
Batman.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you, out of the
boy.
movie versions, which Batman would you choose?
Yeah.
I she's thinking. It's a very hard choice.
Maybe, do you remember them? Michael Keaton.
Okay, so Michael Keaton, Christian Bale,
Yeah.
George Clooney, Val Kilmer, and Ben Affleck.
Beth-
Or
Adam
West.
Adam West.
Oh
gonna-
my.
Yeah, a lot of good choices. Right, I'll share some chat stuff while you're doing that.
Okay, let me think about this. This
So
is a serious
Honky Talk
answer.
says no brainer Zatanna or Francine from Strangers in Paradise. Oh, Zatanna's. Oh my God, that might be one of my choices now. Okay, good. Pierre Kelly says hi everyone. Thank you for joining us, Pierre. Listener's Mate says of course Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk. He loves She-Hulk. Scorpio says Robin Hood from Xenoscope maybe. Okay, that's like a female take on Robin Hood. Victor says Catwoman because she's the bad girl that you will fall in love with. Listener's Mate prefers the Adam West Batman, by the way, if you're going to choose a Batman.
Gotcha. Well, I'm not going to pick Christian Bale because I didn't like the voice thing.
Bill Coast Carter says Firestar in the chat as well. Okay.
You like this?
I'll go with Michael Keaton.
Ah, sure.
Excellent choice. He's my favorite Batman.
Yeah.
I stick with
Bill Huss Carter says, I read The New Mutants as a teenager and liked Magic. Actually, somebody tweeted that. Maybe it was you, actually. I'm going to share some tweets on the screen here in a second, folks, that people sent us. Josh, who's your choice? Oh, you already... Actually, you know what? Let me put it on the screen, because your choice, you sent it to me. But you can tell people what it is.
Dazzler.
There you go. That's
Really?
it.
The best.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, look.
Yeah. It's the Farrah Fawcett hair.
All right.
Dazzler's
And the
very
roller
attractive.
skates.
I have actually always liked... Dazzler gets a bad rap. I always liked Dazzler. I always played her in the X-Men arcade game.
Mm.
Oh, really?
I did.
There you
She was cool, man. So yeah, folks, I'm sharing some tweets here for the first time with our cool new format here. So you can see there's Dazzler in the upper right there from Josh. So Wizard Podcast chose Magic as well from the New Mutants. Kerry Johnson chose Rogue, and No Ordinary Nerd chose Psylocke from X-Men. And then Best Practicer says he had the Human Torch joke, but then he also says for real he would pick the Owl, or she would pick. I'm actually not sure who Best Practicer is. Second I picked the Owl or Doc Ock. I asked actually, but if it was because Doc Ock has so many hands, but it said no, it was the hair. Which is funny because his hair is usually a bowl cut. Thank you for tweeting that in though, folks. I don't know. Oh my God, I'm so between like three different ones. Two of them already said Rogue and Psylocke, and my other one would be Wonder Woman.
Oh,
Oh
there you
yeah.
go. Mine was taken. They said someone took Psylocke already, so I got to pick
Oh
some.
my God, man! When I was younger, Psylocke's so sexy.
Right.
Well, her costume is very sexy too. You know, as well as
Yeah.
many comic book, of course, characters are.
So I now have to pick someone else. I guess I'll pick Emma Frost. That was
She's very
very
sexy. You like the bad girls too, apparently.
Oh yeah. No comment. I have nothing to say other than, hey, they knew how to pick her outfits, I guess. Also, I mean, geez, they just anyway. There you go.
So I'm trying to think. Pierre Kelly in the chat says Dazzler was actually good in the X-Men arcade version. She was good, man. That's why I used her all the time. And Pierre also says She-Ra is his hottest choice. Nice.
Yeah.
He
old
also
school.
chooses Agent Carter and Captain Marvel. All good choices.
Sure.
And then Lanier says, we all know the right answer is Harley Quinn. If you like him a little crazy, sure, absolutely.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah. No, that's okay.
And then the Crodius says April O'Neil from the Turtles. I guess he likes yellow jumpsuits apparently.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Of course, maybe he's thinking of Megan Fox as
And
April
big
O'Neil.
80s hair. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. I was gonna say big 80s hair too.
Yeah.
She
She did have the. Yeah, she totally had the 80s hair.
Yeah, 80s hair for sure.
Victor says, sorry, Aunt May from Spider-Man.
Hey, Marissa Tomei, she's a lovely woman.
Well, that's
Well, I mean,
she's way too young to be Aunt May.
Oh,
If we're gonna go that way, I'd say
is.
Nanny from Muppet Babies.
who you never see.
From Muppet Babies.
Yeah, she had really nice legs.
Yeah, great steps. Yeah, yeah, as they say in the 20s.
In the 20s.
Yeah, stems. She's got some great stems.
All right, I thought you were going to continue with that amazing diatribe you had going. No, you're done? Okay, good.
He's gonna do. No.
The Crodius adds one more. It says Poison Ivy. That is a great choice. Poison Ivy's
Ooh,
very
yeah.
sexy.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. There you go. You can keep tweeting us at Super Geeked Up or put them in the YouTube comments. Who you think the hottest comic book character is? We got one last game to do. It's called Real Plot or Not, and Francis is gonna lead us into this one.
All right, here we go. We have a set of movies. I will give you their title, maybe even a brief description, as well as their tagline. You let me know whether or not it is a real film or not.
So just to add to this, folks, this is the first time I have not prepared these, which is cool because I get to guess along with you.
Yes.
So all of us are going to guess, Jen, Josh, and I, if they're real or fake, and we'll keep, maybe Francis, you can try to keep score, or who's got the most. Or we'll just keep track. Okay, he can't handle it. Just keep track ourselves, okay? Sorry, too much work. So, by the way, Scorpio says, fuck yes, real plot or not? He loves this game, apparently. Good.
Good.
Anyway,
Okay.
Here's the thing. The idea is that they all sound ridiculous, but some are actually real ridiculous movies, and some Francis has just made up. All right?
Yeah.
So, we got 5 of them. So, Francis, what's the first one?
All right. First one is, well, when we've already had zombies in all shapes and forms. We had Dawn of the Dead. Well, now we have Fawn of the Dead. Tagline is they killed his mother and now he's out for revenge.
Fawn of the Dead?
Fawn of the Dead.
Okay, guys. So do you think this is real or fake? Jen, what do you think?
I think it's fake.
Josh?
I hope it's fake.
I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go fake as well. Fakes all around.
All right. Ding, ding, ding. It is a fake film. I made it up myself. The other one was going to be Call Him Bambi One More Time.
You should have used that one as a tagline. That would have been great.
Oh, that was my,
By the way, so you actually fooled 2 people. Honky Tonk, no, 1 person. Honky Tonk thought it was real. Victor, Chris, and the Crow said fake.
All right, here we go. This one is about a weird goo that comes from the earth and is sold as a delicious dessert, but it has other side effects. It is called The Stuff. Its tagline is the junk food movie that just eats you up.
I love that tagline. So the title is just The Stuff.
The movie is called The Stuff.
Okay.
Is it real or to make the stuff up?
That's real.
That's real.
That's real.
So, unfortunately, I saw some chat answers. I'm going to go real because apparently Victor says he's watched it.
Yeah,
Oh!
it's real.
I do believe seeing it as a child as well.
I watched it.
Oh my God. Wow, you guys. Is it really bad?
I mean, that was 30 years ago, easily.
Honky Tonk says, I have the DVD. Everybody's saying it's real. Oh my God, all these people have seen it apparently. They all know it.
It is a real flick from 1985, a comedy horror sci-fi flick.
Yeah.
Wow, I really thought this stuff would just be the most dumbest thing, but apparently people watched it. So more power
That's
to
like
you.
everybody's favorite movie apparently in the chat.
Apparently. All right. Well, here we go. So here's the tagline for this next film. The First Testament says an eye for an eye. The Second Testament says love thy neighbor. The Third Testament says kick ass. This is Jesus Christ, Vampire Hunter.
Jesus Christ, Vampire Hunter.
No, it's gotta be fake.
We had Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. All right, so Jen says fake. What do you say?
I have to go fake on this one.
I'm going to be different. I'm going to say real. I was not looking at the chat this time. What do we got, Francis? Francis, what are you doing over there? Tell us the answer,
There's like
damn
a
it.
rat in his house or something.
Oh my God, he's going to kill a rat. This is a horror movie being made right now. Oh, there it is. It's real.
Gosh,
Wow.
are you serious?
Jesus Christ, Vampire Hunter. The very first line of the
On
movie.
Blu-ray.
On Blu-ray. Where are my lesbians at? That's the first line in the film.
Wait, what's the first line?
Where are my lesbians at?
Was that what
That is-
Jesus says?
That's what Jesus says
Where's
in the
my
very
lesbians at? Oh, I gotta watch this movie.
Wow.
This
Francis,
is a
I'm
real.
going over to your house.
Yeah, well,
Telling
you.
By the way, everybody in the chat said fake, and now Chris Alley's like, "What? He can't believe it's true." Oh my God, I'm the only one who got it right. I feel so good.
right.
Victor
All right.
says
So,
his brain is hurting now.
you know what? It would. Yeah, it made mine hurt, and then I thought I have to buy it. So there you go.
Oh wait,
All
did you already have it, or when you did this game, you found out about it?
Oh no, I bought this. Like this is. I've had this for 2 or 3 years now. This is.
Have you
this
watched
is one.
it?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Is it amazing?
It's great in the fact that it's bad. It's a really bad, great movie.
Where does it fall on the scale?
I would give it a -8.
Okay.
Oh.
It's almost so bad it's good. It's not quite legendary, but it's getting there.
Okay.
So wait, what is it? Does -10 mean it's like so amazingly bad? It's great.
It's like Troll 2 or The Room are -10s. You know.
Leprechaun.
In the chat, Arrow says I need to go to confession now.
All right, here we go. The next one.
Hey,
here
so I
is-
got a 1-point lead on these guys.
You have a 1-point lead. All right. By day he is New York. I keep saying here, NYPD's best detective, but at night he is a crafty ninja. This is Ninja Detective. This is one dick you'll never see coming. That's the.
Come on.
There's too much innuendo there. I have to go fake.
What's the actual title? Ninja Detective?
Ninja Detective, yeah. In the line of like Samurai Cop and
Yeah. By the way, Necrodia says, "Your Jesus Christ, Vampire Hunter is like super geeked up. It's so bad, it's good. LOL." All right.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna go fake. Jen, what do you say to Ninja
I'm
Detective?
gonna go fake.
All right, we all said fake.
Yeah, it is fake. I made that one up because I had to use that line. This is one dick. You can't see.
Well, I knew that was made
that's
up,
what
but-
gave it away.
But
That's
the
what
title
gave
could
it
have still
away.
been real, even though that was fake. That part.
Yeah, but I really love that tagline. I was very proud of myself on that
This is
one.
one dick you can't what?
This is one dick you'll never see coming.
Oh God. So he has a really small penis, is what you're saying. Okay.
All right, here we go with our last one. I'm just because this one, I debated on this one because it's too good for me to. I mean, it's too good because I love it. I love it. So here we go. A debate on this one. You're invited to witness the deadliest martial arts of them all. It is for glory, for nation, for survival. Let the games begin.
What's the title?
I'm gonna tell you the title in a second.
Oh, all these dramatic pauses. Like, what's happening?
The skill of gymnastics, the kill of karate. Jim Kata.
Real.
Is it fake?
What do you guys say?
I say real.
I'll go real.
I actually know this movie is real.
You know, see that's no, and see that's why I debated because like I know people, someone
Yeah,
must
that's
have heard
too well
this.
known, I think.
Jim Cotta, yes, is very real, and so they have pommel horses in the middle of like town squares, and he'll fight a bunch of people on a pommel horse or like on uneven bars in this movie. It is the best thing ever.
I haven't seen it in the chat. This is another one everyone knew. Like the stuff, they all said real. Bill Cotter says and real bad, and then Victor says real, and I paid to watch it in a movie theater.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Hope that was like the discount dollar cinema or something.
Oh man.
All right.
Well, I'm glad. So far, the only one that really kind of fooled everyone was Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter, which I'm very proud of because I love that.
Yeah.
film.
Oh, so that means
That was
I win the game by one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
His first time as contestant, and he is the winner.
That's right. Suck it, you. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm
Keep it rigged.
I'm totally kidding. All right. Excuse me. Thank you very much, Fran, for doing that game. Folks, again, if you like that, let us know. We'll keep doing. We're probably gonna keep doing it anyway. but let us know.
Yeah, that was fun.
If you want to see.
Yeah.
It. Vicar says that Jeff wins pancakes. Oh my God, I wish that was the prize. I love pancakes.
Oh, good. There you go.
Francis, so next time I see you, besides some milk, bring me some pancakes as well from IHOP.
All right. Consider it done.
Why don't we just
Go to
go
IHOP?
to the hop?
Just go to
Yeah.
IHOP. Yeah, all right. That sounds like a great. Yeah, that's what we should do in San Diego next year. We'll go to IHOP.
We'll go to an IHOP.
Can't do that anywhere else. All right.
Right.
We'll think of something better. We'll think of something better.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, in the chat, Lanier says Jeff is not allowed to win. Yeah, see, he never likes me winning anything, but haha, too bad, Ryan. I'll say you can suck it because I did win. All right.
See, I'm getting very violent over here.
No, because he always says that to me. Like Jeff's the worst. He can never win. Oh, he's just teasing. He's giving me a hard time because he's great. But I like it when I win. Okay. Victor says he's making pancakes tomorrow for breakfast. Feel free to stop by. Okay, cool. We will all be there,
Yep.
sir. Thank you very much. And we're making Chris Adley hungry. Great. Okay. So before we get out of here, let's give out some links again. Jen, I'm going to put this on the screen, but why don't you tell people where they can check you out, all that good stuff?
You can find me at jennifernangle.com. Twitter and Instagram is Jennifer_Nangle. Facebook, I'm facebook.com/Jennifer Nangle. Or if you want to check out the Queen, you can go to facebook.com/Queen Malvolia or on Twitter at Queen Malvolia.
Awesome. Cool. I definitely want to see you at a Comic-Con in that costume. That character.
Ooh.
I want to see you in that costume.
Yep.
Me or Jen?
Both.
You,
Okay, good.
Jeff.
We go together. You could be like my sister.
Oh, cool.
Halvolia or something.
Yeah, Halvolia? Salvolia? I don't know. All right. I don't. That sounds like
Hagolia.
That's a yes. Hag. Okay, great, perfect. Hagvolia. All right, great. And then Francis and Josh, where can people check out your guys' stuff?
Please, Francis. Go
What?
ahead.
Me?
All right. Yeah, you're first.
I am at AKA the other guy on my social medias. That's Twitter and Instagram, stuff like that. AKA the other guy. All the stuff that I do, if you just like me and nobody else, which is cool. SincereSarcasm.net is the website. But for things that Josh and I do, it's at POIPodcast.com. That's the Points of Interest Podcast Network. Dun dun dun.
Yeah, that's where you can find everything that we do. Francis and I go on mini adventures on the podcast ConWiz. But you can find me on the Twitters at 303_ninja and all over the Points of Interest Podcast Network.
Are you also a ninja detective whose dick they don't see coming?
I mean, if done right, you'll never know a ninja did anything.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. See? You know where I'm coming from.
Ew.
Yes. You see why these guys do so many podcasts together. All right. Anyway, of course, us folks, supergeekedup.com is where you can find all the geeky stuff I do, including my superhero comedy series, Super Knocked Up. And we do a DC Action Hour show returning October 15th, where we talk all the DC shows on the CW network, like Arrow and The Flash. And we do our role-playing game show, Monday Night Mayhem, Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, so it's all right here on our supergeekedup.com or the YouTube/supergeekedup. Great. So huge thanks to Jen. It's been awesome having you back. It's been way too long. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Thank you to Francis and Josh, as always.
Thank you, sir.
And Hockey Talk in the chat says, thank you for gracing my YouTube feed this evening, Ms. Jen.
Oh,
That.
you're welcome.
Well, thank you for watching, and thank you all very much for watching the live chat. You guys rock. You make the show so much more fun. Thank you to those who are tweeting in, and also if you're watching the post, of course, that rocks. Remember, if you can support us on Patreon, we really appreciate it. It's patreon.com/supergeekedup. Any amount really helps us out. All right, that is it for this week. Oh, actually, next week, folks, is our season finale. Hey, that's exciting. So be sure to tune in there. And Norbert just just put in the live chat. He's actually very early in the morning in Germany right now watching. He says, "Thank you. See you all next time. Thank you for watching, sir. Very early in the morning. Glad we woke you up for like the morning show for you over there, I guess." But yeah, so please tune in next week, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. We'll do our season finale. We'll have some more geeky fun. Until then, thanks for watching, folks. Stay geeky, everybody. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.